Hey guys, this has been a crazy week, of course. But other than that, it's been great. I mean, I've been getting like a lot done, which is very important. But yeah, so stuff that kind of happened this week. I got this massager for my neck on Amazon. It really looks like this. Kind of looks kind of weird. And basically, you know, you put it around your neck. You hold onto the straps like this, and you turn it on right here. And you can put heat. You can put heat. You can elevate the power of the massage, and it's really good. It's good when you're driving. It's good when you're working. It's good for a lot of things. So that really helps. Definitely keeps my peace of mind and my neck good during work. But yeah, and also I got a new chair. I almost got a gaming chair. I'm not a gamer, but I just feel like gaming chairs are so comfortable. So comfortable. So I almost got that, and I was like, let me just get a regular business chair. It's really not that serious. Finally got my passport stuff, my passport card, my passport. I was waiting for that. And, it was just because, like, I didn't think it would come in on time just because of the COVID. And it did. So, I'm happy about that. I mastered how to do meeting minutes now. If you don't know what meeting minutes are, it's basically like, writing out notes for meetings, so that they can, document it and, have it for record. And that's one of my minuscule tasks, but I mean, I don't know why it was so hard for me to do it. So I finally learned how to do that, which I was really happy about. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. I know that, I will not be coming. I know New Year's I'll be out of the house. I will not be in this city. But Christmas and Thanksgiving, I definitely will be here. And I mean, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. It's kind of gonna lead. Actually, I had one Snapchatter. I won't mention their name because I actually don't know their name. But they watched one of my videos. And they were asking me about my style, the one where, you know, kind of lays, like I use gel and it lays flat and I put it in a bun. I do use the extreme gel. So this right here, it was about like $4 for this size. And this is, 15.87. I'm gonna round it up. It's a 16 ounce. So I use that, and then I use this brush to smooth it out. Usually for me, my hair is always conditioned. It's always a little bit damp, and I finger detangle my hair like 2 times a day when I wake up and when I go to sleep. That's just my method. That's why I don't have to comb my hair when I do styles like that. It's not because my hair is just like, I just wake up and I just woke up like this. Like my hair is just gonna miraculously just smooth out. Like, that's not it. It's because it's the way I maintain my hair. I'd say it's a very lazy way of maintaining hair, but it gets the job done too. So, and keeps the health of the hair. So, it works. But I hope I answered your question. Whatever, comment or like or do whatever you want to. Actually, tell me your name, because I really don't know your name. I have a lot of followers on Snapchat, so I don't really know a lot of people. I think I probably know about like maybe 100 people in there, but everybody else I'm just kind of like, sorry, don't know your name. Even if you've reached out to me, I don't know your name. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, comment or message me on Snap, and you know, I can answer it for you. But what I was really trying to get into, beyond that spiel or whatever, Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful, of course. Now, do I really believe in Thanksgiving, like the holiday? No, because, you know, I don't want to, go into explanation. It kind of gets political, but like, you know, it wasn't really the happiest. Oh, sorry, not Thanksgiving. I think it's Columbus Day. Yeah, I don't celebrate that. And I'm sure Native Americans don't either, so I don't, but anyway, that's another story for another day. But Thanksgiving, yes, it's a time to be thankful for what you have. And that's kind of where I'm going with I'm going in that direction basically. And it's just like, you have to be thankful for the little things. That helps with keeping your peace of mind. Like, you have to be thankful for the little things. You can't be like, I'm not at this level, so I'm just going to be depressed about that. It doesn't work that way. I don't think God, or whichever higher being you believe in, I don't think their expectation or the test is just for things to be easy breezy. If that was the case, everybody would be good. Like, I mean, but I think people would get bored too, you know? Like, what's next? So, yeah. Be thankful. I guess the number one thing I can say is your health. You got to be thankful for your health, because if you were sick all the time, you wouldn't be able to do your job or do your job adequately. You know, if you, be thankful that you have your sight and you have your hearing, and you have your limbs. You know, some people don't have that, and granted, it's not that they can't live a normal life, but they have to make adjustments. And I can promise you that those people wish they had, things like your sight or hearing or their limbs, or having the ability to walk, or even talk, a mute, like it sucks, so you have to be thankful for your health, and what you have when it comes to your health. Your family, I mean, you don't choose your family. Your family can come in all different types of packages. I'm talking about immediate and extended. I have family all over the world, basically. I have family that talks to me, and I have family who doesn't talk to me. And I've accepted both as my family. Granted, the family that doesn't talk to me, it's not that I don't care for them. It's not that I don't, I don't give a shit about them. It's just, you don't reach out, I don't reach out, and we keep it moving from there. I'm still thankful for you. I'll still have your back. But yeah, I'm not putting in, it sounds rude, but it's like, I'm just not putting in the effort, because, we're grown, and I'll see you when I see you at the next family reunion. How about that? But be thankful for your family, and be thankful for your family, no matter, if they're crazy, all over the place, just anything. Just be thankful for them, because some people don't have that. Some people live in this world alone, with nobody. Some people make that decision to not hang around their family, and if that's keeps their peace of mind, that's wonderful. But if it's for trivial things, like, that's kind of, in my opinion, a little bit, you only get one family. So whatever family God gives you, deal with it. Don't complain about it all day. And I have every type of character in my family. But for me, I live for the dramatic, so, that's me. Be thankful for your parents. First off, not everybody has their parents. I don't care if your parents annoy the fuck out of you, or, you don't believe in them, both of them, or their relationship, or your dad is this, he's not supportive, he's not emotionally there, he drinks, whatever the case is. Some people don't have their parents. So those excuses, they sound stupid. And I'm speaking for myself too. I'm not speaking to people like trying to tell you what to do. I'm speaking to myself. I'm putting that into my spirit, because yeah, people don't have their parents. And that's, it sounds stupid when you say it out loud. Like, I'm really complaining about this, and this person over here is, so yeah, be thankful for that, please. But, and once again, I'm speaking for myself. Siblings are basically the best friend that God has given to you in a package. That's literally a sibling. I will do anything for my sibling. I would do anything for my sister. That's just, you're blessed if you have a sibling. If you have a bad relationship with your sibling, try and mend that, because who else is going to have your back? Who else knows you like your sibling? And then if your sibling, and people have lost their siblings, like, I am telling you this right now. I don't know what I would do if that happened. Period. I don't know. I don't know. Because that is like losing like your bestest friend. Like it's horrible. So be thankful for your siblings. They know you very well. And they'll know you better than even your spouse, to be quite honest. So yeah, grandparents, be thankful for them. I'm thankful for the time that I had with them. Both of mine are on both sides are dead. So just be thankful for the time you do have with them, you know, and also for, you know, Americans who get to see their grandparents like every single day. Some of us didn't get that opportunity, you know. I was born here, but what I'm saying is majority of my family lives in Kenya. So when you guys are like, oh, I'm going to my grandparents' house so casually, like someone like me, I didn't get to do that. You know, I didn't get to have that kind of relationship. And so I would see them on the summers or the Christmases I would go, you know, and that was rarely. So I had to get what I could take at the time, you know, so cherish those relationships, you know, they're a big deal. And yeah, I had to write down some of my notes because I just had to make sure I get everything out. For Thanksgiving, like I said, I'm staying home, I'm drinking, I'm eating, I'm going to be merry, I'm going to watch TV. Like, I'm just going to relax. Like, sleeping is actually, like, one of my favorite activities nowadays. And working out, of course. But, man, I'm telling you, sleeping, and then I play this, what is it called? This chakra healing video at night. And then I have a red light. And it just, basically, it's like soothing, relaxing, like, I don't even know if it's music. It's not even chanting. It's like music. And it just, you know, puts the good energy into your soul. And I'm weird. I mean, it really, but it helps. Like, it helps to clear out every chakra. So I wake up, like today I woke up and I even had a deep sleep. When I have deep sleeps, I have dreams. And so that helped with my deep sleeping. And yes, I did dream. And I had the weirdest dream. Weird. With people I know. But I'm not saying shit. But yeah. But next thing to be grateful for is your job. Let me tell you something. Getting to the place I am now has been a long time coming. Like, but I'm glad I went through it, to be quite honest. I'm so glad, actually. First off, I started my first job when I was in middle school. I wanted the newest shoes. I wanted the newest sneakers. I wanted the newest Jordans. I wanted more clothes. You know, I wanted all of this stuff. Like, I wanted my baby fat jeans. Yeah, I'm taking it back. But I wanted all of that stuff. And my mom was just like, I mean, who's going to buy that for you? So I said, well, let me just find a job. Let me make my own job. So what I did is I used to go to Kenyan church when I was younger. And I basically talked to some of the parents who had kids. I knew how to play piano. So I said, shit, I can teach them piano. So I had like maybe 7 students. And I made $70 per student. And that's what I was making weekly. So I made my own job in middle school and high school. And I did get what I wanted. I got the clothes I wanted. I got the shoes I wanted. And, you know, all was merry. Then I went to college. After college, actually it was during college, they told me that they were cutting some of my scholarship money. I said, shit. I need to find something to do. So I decided to do newspaper. And the funny thing about that is that newspaper led me towards realizing that I love writing. Like, writing is one of my passions. I don't got to get paid for it. At that time I was getting paid for newspaper. But I was like, I actually really like this. And so it was actually a job that was fun. It was a job that I enjoyed. Even though they had like deadlines and stuff, I really, really enjoyed writing for the newspaper. I love that feeling of like opening the newspaper and being like, wow, that's me. And I used to do CD reviews and restaurant reviews. And like, it was great. I even decided that I was like, maybe this should be my real job. Like, maybe I should just do radio and newspaper and move to New York and call it a day and be doing what I'm passionate about, because I think those were my passions at the time. I think even still now, I would not mind writing for a newspaper or doing radio. Would not mind that at all. But now we're doing, you know, now there's podcasts and stuff like that. So radio is kind of like to the door, to the left. So yeah, but that was, at the time, that was like something that I was so interested in. After I was just taking the job so I can make a little bit of cash, and I realized, oh my gosh, like, I actually like this shit. So it kind of worked out, and that's how I think God works sometimes, is like, you're thinking like, oh my God, I have to add more work to my schedule. Then you realize, shit, I actually like this shit. I would even do this if I wasn't paid. So yeah. And that was during college. After, and I feel like well, anyway, that's another story for another day. After college, good God almighty, you know, this is when I was deciding whether I should just take a year off, or not a year off, but just have a gap year and then decide what I want to do afterwards. And I was like, oh, I'll definitely find a job and, you know, start this life. I went to a good school, have this degree. Could not find a job to save my life. To save my life, I could not find a job. I could not. I applied everywhere. And I was like, how is this even possible? I got to the point where I just like, I live basically like 10 minutes from Pure Gold. And Pure Gold is a strip club, if you don't know what Pure Gold is. And I just walked in with my resume. Like, I was just driving my car, and my sister was with me, and I was like, I'm just gonna pass by Pure Gold and put in my application. How about that? So I walked in, gave him my application. I said, you got jobs? Cocktail girl or strip? I need money. He was like, body wise, yes. Mentally, no. He said I didn't have the mental capacity for it. And, you know, granted, I understand why he said no. And I don't regret doing it. And I'm the type of person where, you know, it's not something I'd ever tell my parents, but I actually don't care, because I was really just trying to get money. And I don't think there's anything disrespectful about strip clubs or strippers. It's a means to an end, you know? So no, I don't regret it. Don't regret it at all. That's work. It's a job. So that didn't work out. And then bartending, I kind of fell into that because I applied for to work at some hotel, and I'm not gonna name the establishment, but they had like a bartending job, and I was like, I'll take it. And she liked my resume because her husband, and I'm not going to mention the radio show, but he's very well known. Her husband, you know, does radio, the owner. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite stations. And she was like, oh, it's so cool that you've done radio. I'm like, yeah, I did that for like 3 years, or actually 4 years. And she's like, okay. She's like, yeah, we got a job for you. And I guess it just meant I'm able to talk and, you know, conversate and whatever, have conversations with people. And so that's one of the jobs I liked the most, to be quite honest. Like, if I could think about any other job that I've had, and I know, you know, bartending, it may not fit my, you know, academic, status, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. Can I be honest with you? I really don't give a fuck about it. A job is a job is a job, you know, and bartending actually was one of my favorite jobs. It just was. Great tips. You get to talk to different types of people. You get to make all these connections, and I liked it. And I think it's funny, the type of people that were there, they were always at the bar, were usually like older, basically Caucasian people. I would say, few blacks here and there, few Hispanics here and there, but that was the main crowd. And I made a lot of connections, and, it was good. awkward sometimes. A few awkward moments, but other than that, it was okay. And I loved the crew I worked with. Oh my gosh, they were so much fun, so much fun. But from there, I learned that I did like making connections, like different types of connections and meeting different types of people. Yeah, it was cool. Then after that, I actually got money to pay for my applications for grad school. The tips helped, everything helped, and I actually decided where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do at that time, and that money helped me pay for my applications, my transcript fees, everything. I didn't have to ask anybody for nothing, and that was great. And then I went to grad school. After I came out of grad school, I'll tell you, I've been on an endless journey. After I got out of grad school, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, I don't know what it was. I couldn't find a job. I could not find a motherfucking job. And I applied, I wrote my resume, my cover letter, everything, and I couldn't. And I think at the time I had applied to go to a PhD program. I was like, I'm just going to keep going, going all the way. And I don't think that's what God wanted for me. He was like, you're not getting your PhD. Like, you're not. I was like, oh, like, are you serious? And I think it's sometimes he's like, I have to teach you something. Like, what in the hell do you have to teach me? I need to make this money. But, I had to accept that I wasn't getting a job. Granted, I did not go back to the strip club. I just applied and applied and applied. And luckily, something stuck. But it wasn't the most classy job. No, it was not. It was a donut shop. That was where I got a donut shop. And I did the job. Making donuts. Like, I was making fucking donuts. And what was funny was, in a weird kind of way, I kind of liked it. Which didn't make sense. But it kind of makes sense now because I realized that it taught me that I liked working with a team. It also taught me that there's a part of me that likes to manage too, because I was telling people, directing them what to do, even not realizing I was directing them. And my mom said that's something about me. It's like, I actually kind of tell people what to do, but like, it's not like I even know that I'm doing it. But yeah. And they were even offering me a managerial position, but I was like, I don't want to continue working at a donut shop. So after that, it was kind of like, but it did teach me a lot about myself. And, I know this sounds weird, but that actually was one of my favorite jobs. After that, of course, I did get better jobs, and that actually related to what I had studied. And I was technically pre-med in college. So, I was able to get a science related job. But what I'm saying is, be thankful in those moments, because you never know what they're teaching you. You never know what they're teaching you about. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of those jobs humbled me. I had this idea that I'm coming out of this top-notch, top 30 college, and I'm gonna get the best job, and I'm gonna do better than people who didn't go to school. That wasn't true, because I didn't have experience. I just thought I could apply for a job and get a job, and I didn't even have to have experience. It makes no sense. It's actually dumb to think that way. So yeah, that was all those jobs I had. I learned so much about myself. It humbled me. Made me realize I do like making money. It did, because I didn't care about my pride. You know what? I won't say I don't care. I care about my pride, but I'm the type of person where I'm like, how can I have pride and I have nothing to show for it? I don't have money. And that's how I was thinking at the time. And maybe that's the way I think a little bit. But I understand that about myself. You may disagree with me, but that's how I felt. And that's how I feel. And yeah, those odd jobs, and granted, it's a job and it matters, but I'll say this, they taught me a lot about who I am today. So I like talking about that, because I think people have this idea of me that I just kind of you know, didn't really do very much, but I did a lot, you know. I just don't talk about it that much. That's why. And lastly, I want to say, be thankful for your relationships, you know. There are those people that are there for you through thick and thin. There are those people who have the same mindset as you. They have the same drive. They, you know, they're thankful for your, or they're happy about your accomplishments, and they want you to go far. And I think those are the type of friends to have. And if you have those friends, please, please, please. I mean, some of my friends, there's some friends I even consider family, and they're not even my blood. You know what I mean? There's some people I haven't talked to in years, and they text me, and I know those people are there for me. I have friends that live in other states, and I know that they're there for me. You know, like, I know I can call them up, and they'll be there for me, you know? So make sure you have friends like that, you know? Not just friends, you know. And if you do have friends like that, be thankful for them. And I guess what I'm trying to say also is that if you have one or two friends, no, believe me, if you have one or two friends, be thankful for that. Because you have people out here who have acquaintances. And let me tell you something about acquaintances. Those people, man, those are not people who have your back. Those are people who you party with. And some of them will even party with you, just laughing with you, you know, smoke hookah with you and drink with you and have a good time with you and smoke a blunt with you. 2 days later, they're talking to someone, talking shit about you. Period. And that's an acquaintance. Because they have no obligation to be there for you. That's not their job as an acquaintance. They just have fun with you. They're called party friends. Party friends. You know, if that is the majority of your friends, you really need to evaluate your life. You really need to evaluate your life, because people like that are pretty much detrimental to your health. Sorry, point blank, period. Because I've had moments in my life where those were my friends. Those were people I relied on, and I started realizing, wait a minute, you don't have my back? Wait a minute, you were talking about me 2 weeks ago? Wait a minute, hold up. I thought we were family. Oh, you don't have my back. Got it. So, for me, yeah, be thankful for those one or two friends. I think, you know, my sister, that's one of my friends. That's a friend for life. That's a friend for life. I'll do anything for that girl. So if you ever come for her, you gotta get through me first. And you don't want that. It's my sister. And then I would say maybe three very close friends. And maybe one that's coming towards being a close friend. Yeah. Acquaintances, those are people you talk to when you're partying, but don't rely on those motherfuckers. It's not that acquaintances are bad people. It's just those are not your friends. So make sure you have those type of friends in your life, you know? Having too many acquaintances can make you actually feel very empty inside. It can make you feel very lonely because they're not quality. Quantity means nothing. Nothing. Quality is everything. That's why I said one or two good friends can be enough. Even one motherfucker as your friend is enough. Believe me, you don't want 20 acquaintances that don't have your back. And I learned that the hard way in 2020. Anyway, sorry, that took me to a place, because I think sometimes people don't understand the difference between quantity of friends and quality of friends. Yeah. And then those people who are friends with everybody, I don't understand. And you know what? I may not understand your logic, but let me tell you something. You will not be my friend if you're friends with everybody, because I don't fucking trust you. I don't know what kind of snakes you hang out with. I don't know what you say behind my back. I mean, I got to know if you're there for me or not. Like, if you're not, see ya. Anyway, so be thankful for your relationships. And then also passions. Be thankful for the fact that you can even, I mean, people dream about being able to do their passions, like being able to do what they love every single day. I'm probably thinking about maybe 80% of people in this world, I believe, probably hate their job. But that few 20%, I'm sure, like, you know, they can actually live for their work because they love what they do. And I think your mission in life is to find that. Like, what legacy do you want to leave on this earth? Oh, I work in the clinical research field. That, and granted, that might be your legacy. It's not mine. Like, I enjoy that. I'm happy. I'm so thankful I have a job in the clinical research field. And it's actually something I'm interested in, but it's not my passion. And I got to be real about that. That's not my passion. It pays the bills. And there is tasks that I like doing in that field, but it pays the bills. Things I actually really love to do have nothing to do with clinical research. What legacy do you want to leave? When you leave this world, you know, what do you want people to say? How do you want to help the world when you leave this world? You know, like, what mark do you want to leave? And it doesn't have to be in a big way. It can be in a very small way, but like, you have to have a reason for living. If you have no reason for living, you're doing nothing. You know, whenever someone tells me tells me something like I'm tired or I'm just existing. If you hear anybody say that, please check up on them. When you say you're just existing, that's not good. Because you really have to live for something. You have to live for something. You can't just live for nothing. It doesn't make sense. So what did I write? I was writing a lot in my journal, whatever, and I think I wrote, it's right here. You may not have everything that you desire in this world, but be thankful for the things that seem small, because sometimes those small things may be big to others who don't have them. And that's just being real, because what you have, someone may not have. You know, that's why I was talking about things like a job. Someone may not have a job. I know what it feels like not to have a job. Someone may not have a house. Someone may not have a place to call home. Someone may not have their limbs. Someone may not be able to breathe when they wake up in the morning. Some may not have, you know, their hearing or their sight. Some people may not have their parents. You know, some people may not have their siblings. So be thankful for the small things. Be thankful for, you know, things that you do have, because there's some people who may not have those things. And when they hear you complaining, you know, they're just thinking, And I'm not saying everybody's struggle is their own struggle, but I think sometimes even when I complain, I have to think about, you know,